Welcome to another deep dive. We both know you're here to learn as much as you can as quickly as you can without drowning in information. And today we're looking at something truly fascinating, the idea of the element.
Yeah, it's that sweet spot where your natural talents and your passions perfectly intersect. Not just about being good at something, more like a deep connection to an activity that feels intrinsically right.
And that's exactly what we're aiming for in this deep dive, to understand how individuals discover their element, what helps, what gets in the way, and why is this so crucial in our ever-changing world. We've gathered a whole range of sources for you: personal stories, expert interviews, research on intelligence, creativity, even societal influences. We're going to connect all those dots for you today.
It's not just some feel-good concept. This is important stuff. In today's rapidly changing world, job markets shifting constantly. Understanding your element is crucial for navigating your career, for finding real fulfillment.
So let's just admit something right off the bat. Many of us feel a bit lost, like not really knowing where our true talents lie. What really sets our souls on fire? The author we're exploring has talked to lots of people who feel this way. Students deciding their futures, parents trying to guide them, not always getting it right, even business leaders wanting to unlock potential in their teams.
It's that feeling of going through the motions, right?
Totally.
You might know people, successful on paper, good job, awards, all that.
But something's missing.
Exactly. They're in roles that don't truly excite them,
Uh-huh.
haven't connected with what really would. But what's truly fascinating are the stories of those who did find their element.
Sometimes through the most unexpected journeys.
Exactly.
These are the stories that can light the way for the rest of us.
Hmm.
Take Gillian Lynn. Her story's amazing. As a kid, she was labeled as having learning difficulties.
Wow.
Can you imagine sitting there in a formal setting, psychologist, your mother's answering questions about you, you just feel like something's wrong?
You feel judged.
Oh, absolutely. And she even held her hands still to stop fidgeting, so worried about making a bad impression.
So focused on appearing normal.
Exactly. And the psychologist, after observing her, didn't offer a diagnosis. He simply said to her mother, "She's a dancer. Take her to a dance school." Total reframe.
Wow, what a moment.
And Gillian walks into that dance class and instantly feels, these are my people. Surrounded by, and this is her quote, people like me. People who couldn't sit still. People who had to move to think.
That's it, that aha moment.
Recognizing you're in the right environment,
Right.
where you're understood, where you can thrive.
Right.
She went on to have an incredible career in ballet and musical theater, creating iconic shows like Cats and Phantom of the Opera.
It just shows you, talent isn't always obvious or valued, especially in traditional settings like school. Now think about Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. Even with a cartoonist father, teachers and parents pushed him towards a more solid profession. Makes you wonder, right? What's behind that pressure? Is it purely economic? Or are there deeper cultural values at play? Certain careers seen as more valuable than others.
The irony is almost too much to handle. The mind behind this massive cultural phenomenon, so inherently creative, pushed towards a conventional path.
If wild.
He even imagined himself working in a tire warehouse, drawing cartoons in his spare time.
The Simpsons itself was born out of spontaneity. He literally came up with a whole concept on the spot during a pitch meeting.
That's amazing.
It really highlights how unpredictable creative breakthroughs can be, how traditional measures of success can miss the mark completely. And the story of Sir Paul McCartney adds another layer to this. Drawn to music from a young age. But his early music lessons, focused on classical records, did nothing for him.
And get this. One of the most gifted musicians of our time, rejected by the Liverpool Cathedral Choir.
No way.
They didn't think he was good enough.
Yeah.
The same choir that later performed his classical compositions, it just shows how subjective, how limited early evaluations of talent can be.
These stories really underscore the challenges we face in finding our element. Often because of societal expectations or these narrow definitions of what constitutes ability. But as you know, the world's changing. And fast.
Yeah.
Making this whole idea of recognizing and nurturing individual talents even more crucial.
Absolutely. Think about kids starting school now. They could be retiring around 2070.
That's mind-boggling.
The speed of technological and demographic shifts is unprecedented.
We're in uncharted territory.
It's really hard to predict what the job market will look like even a decade from now, let alone 50.
Right. Many of the jobs these kids will have haven't even been invented yet.
It's a whole new ballgame. And the way we think about human capacity needs to change with it. This traditional hierarchy of subjects rooted in the Industrial Revolution just doesn't cut it anymore. This emphasis on rote learning, standardized testing, reading, writing, arithmetic.
We're clinging to the idea that a fixed set of basic skills will keep us competitive.
Yeah.
But we're grossly underestimating the vast and diverse capabilities within each person. We're obsessed with standardized tests, often cutting funding for subjects deemed non-essential.
Right.
We risk stifling creativity and innovative thinking, the very things that will be essential in this new era.
It's like we're preparing for a fight with the wrong weapons. This brings us to a really important point. We need to redefine intelligence itself. The old view that intelligence is a fixed quantity, measurable through standardized tests, expressed as an IQ score, it's incredibly limiting.
It narrows our focus, mostly on verbal and mathematical reasoning,
Right.
ignoring so many other ways of being intelligent.
And these IQ tests have become a huge industry, multi-billion dollars, affecting everything from school placements to college admissions. But what are they really assessing? It's a very narrow slice of human cognitive ability.
Absolutely. Even the baseline scores for these tests have shifted over time. Think about that.
It's wild. And this overemphasis on these tests has real consequences. Individuals who don't excel in those specific areas might make compromises on their future paths. Even if they have incredible talents elsewhere, it reinforces this damaging idea that intelligence is a number.
It makes people define themselves too narrowly.
Exactly. The question shouldn't be, how intelligent are you? It should be, how are you intelligent? Recognizing that intelligence isn't singular. It's a diverse range of abilities and aptitudes.
And it's unique to each individual. Even the experts in the field of intelligence struggle to define it. One survey, psychologists couldn't even agree on a comprehensive list of attributes.
It's complex, right? Human intellect is multifaceted, and the evidence of this diversity is all around us. We think through all our senses, through experiences. Think about Alexis Lemaire, the French student who mentally calculated the 13th root of a 200-digit number.
In just over a minute.
That's a very specific type of mathematical intelligence.
Most of us can't even fathom that.
Right. Or Gordon Parks, the self-taught photographer and filmmaker, barely finished high school, but mastered these incredibly complex art forms through observation, curiosity,
And a profound ability to connect with the human experience.
He received 40 honorary doctorates, dedicated one to a teacher who told him college was a waste of time for him. Talk about intelligence outside the traditional pathways.
Absolutely. And then you have the incredible physical intelligence of athletes,
Yeah.
like Bart Connor and Nadia Comaneci. The way they execute those routines,
It's mind-blowing.
it relies on this deep connection between mind and body, tapping into feeling, intuition, reflexes.
It goes beyond just conscious thought.
These examples show three key things about intelligence. It's diverse, it's dynamic, and it's distinctive.
You have your own unique profile of abilities, a different blend of intelligences. Even identical twins use their intelligence differently.
And intertwined with intelligence is creativity. There are so many myths surrounding it. Only special people are creative, or it's limited to artistic fields, or it's a trait you either have or you don't.
Yeah.
The reality is, everyone is born with creative capacity. Think of it like literacy. If someone can't read or write, we don't assume they lack the inherent ability. They just haven't learned how.
It's the same with creativity.
Exactly.
People dismiss themselves as not creative because they haven't understood what it really is, how it shows up in their lives.
Right.
And creativity isn't limited to the arts. You can be creative in science, math, business, even in everyday problem solving. Any area that engages your intelligence can be a breeding ground for creative thinking. And importantly, it's a skill you can develop. It's not fixed.
Absolutely.
The key is understanding its connection to imagination.
We often take imagination for granted, sometimes even discourage it, that overactive imagination.
Yeah.
But imagination is what makes us human. It allows us to envision our place in the universe, to create amazing things.
Think about it. Someone imagined the breathtaking images from the Hubble telescope. Someone wrote Hamlet. Mozart composed his Mass in C. Someone dreamt up The Simpsons. Even the technology we're using right now, it all started with imagination.
It's the foundation of so much human achievement.
Absolutely. And even simple acts of collaboration can spark incredible creativity.
You've probably experienced that yourself in group projects.
Definitely.
The Traveling Wilburys are a great example. This super group of amazing musicians came together with limited time, relied on instinct, that creative spark,
5 distinct musical voices blending together.
and they created something truly special and lasting.
Being creative often means making new connections. Seeing things from fresh perspectives. It's not linear, like logical step-by-step thinking.
Like Richard Feynman's fascination with a wobbly plate in the cafeteria led him to profound insights about the spin of electrons.
Or George Harrison finding the title for Handle with Care on a pack and crate label.
These unexpected associations, often at the heart of creative breakthroughs.
The power of creativity shapes what we create in the world, but also how we interpret it, how we think and feel about our own experiences. Our imaginations, filtered through our cultures and beliefs, shape how we perceive and engage with everything.
Right.
And discovering your element often involves more than just self-discovery. It's about connecting with others who share your passion, finding your tribe. Have you ever felt the power of shared enthusiasm?
Oh, it's transformative. Like Meg Ryan, initially terrified of public speaking, but found her love for acting when she connected with an inspiring teacher and a supportive group of fellow actors, all immersed in the craft.
And Don Lipsky's journey into welding is a perfect example. He didn't initially see himself as an artist, felt he wasn't good at traditional drawing. But when he discovered welding, it was like a light bulb went off. However, it wasn't until he was at the Cranbrook Art Institute, surrounded by serious artists, that he truly found his tribe, and his artistic path solidified.
It's important to distinguish between a domain, the activity itself, and the field, the community involved. Breakthroughs often happen when someone connects different domains, like Picasso's fascination with African art, sparking a whole new level of creativity in his work.
These tribes can be powerful catalysts for innovation. Think of the Bauhaus movement in design, or the musicians who created Miles Davis's Kind of Blue. Diverse perspectives, complementary talents. It led to something far greater than the sum of their individual contributions.
It's crucial to differentiate between a tribe and a fan group. Fans share enthusiasm, sure, but a tribe fosters a deeper sense of identity. You become more authentically yourself through shared passion and collaboration.
And then there's the influence of culture itself, the system of permissions that shapes everything. From acceptable behavior to language nuances, even visual perception. Studies comparing Western and East Asian visual focus have shown this.
Fascinating.
In some cultures, pursuing the arts might be discouraged. In others, it's celebrated. That underlying belief system is part of this cultural permission.
Culture dictates what's normal and acceptable. And sometimes, finding your element means stepping outside those norms. Like Zaha Hadid, who had to leave Baghdad to pursue her architectural vision.
The story of John Wilson is truly inspiring, overcoming blindness and cultural barriers to prevent river blindness in Africa. That's aligning passion with purpose.
Powerful example. It reminds us that our individual journeys are intertwined with the broader cultural landscape.
Now, when we hear these stories of people finding their element, achieving great things, it can be discouraging. We might chalk it up to luck.
But research suggests that what we call luck is often tied to attitude and opportunity.
So-called lucky people often create their own luck through their mindset and actions. I remember when I contracted polio, it seemed negative at the time, but it opened up new paths, opportunities I wouldn't have had otherwise.
And Vidal Sassoon's journey, from aspiring soccer player to hairdressing innovator, shows that you can actively shape your own direction. When soccer didn't work out, he didn't give up. Cultivated a new vision, educated himself, revolutionized his field.
And mentors often play a crucial role in this self-discovery. Individuals who see potential in us that we might not recognize ourselves, they offer guidance and support. Charles Strafford was that for me. Opened up a whole world of educational possibilities I hadn't considered.
These mentor relationships can take many forms, like Sister Mary Columba, Terry's English teacher, ignited a lifelong passion for drama and literature in her. Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham, Ray Charles learning from Wiley Pittman, powerful examples of guidance and knowledge sharing.
It's important to distinguish between mentors and heroes. We admire heroes from afar. Mentors provide personal, direct guidance. And the story of Susan, who overcame a victim mentality through self-discovery and workshops, shows that transformation is possible with the right support and mindset.
What's truly encouraging is that discovering your element isn't bound by age. It's never too late to connect with those passions. Harriet Doerr published her first novel at 73.
Wow.
With longer lifespans, this idea of a second middle age, there's more time than ever to explore new interests.
Too late is relative. It depends on what you're pursuing.
The Book Buddies program at the Grace Living Center is beautiful. Residents helping kids learn to read, sharing their life experiences.
Connection and learning across generations.
Exactly. And think about Gabriel discovering his passion for cello in middle school. or the rise of pro-ams, people pursuing their passions with professional dedication outside their day jobs, like Arthur C. Clarke.
Or Bill, the car dealership employee who is a phenomenal surfing photographer but never published his work. Passion can ignite at any age.
We even see corporate rock bands popping up, creative outlets for those with unfulfilled musical passions.
Right. And there are tons of examples of people finding their element later in life, like Khaled Hosseini, the doctor who wrote The Kite Runner, or the receptionist who discovered she was a hilarious comedy writer. Connecting with these passions, even if they don't lead to fame or fortune, enriches and balances your life.
All of this points to a crucial shift we need in education and organizations, moving away from a mechanistic view of human potential towards a more dynamic, organic understanding.
We often treat organizations like machines with interchangeable parts, but they're actually complex systems of people and relationships.
They function more like living organisms.
And just like our failure to understand natural ecosystems has caused environmental crises, failing to nurture the diverse potential within individuals is causing a crisis in human resources.
We see it in rising rates of depression, addiction, suicide.
We forget that growth is organic. We can provide the conditions. But individuals develop in their own unique ways. It's like those spring flowers blooming in Death Valley. Untapped potential waiting for the right conditions.
Beautiful imagery.
So instead of solely relying on standardized tests, education needs to nurture enthusiasm, provide mentorship, create environments for creativity.
We need to move away from the standardized one-size-fits-all approach towards something more nuanced, experience-based, recognizing each person's unique journey.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, remember, the element is where your passions meet your talents. Discovering it is vital for your fulfillment and societal progress. Traditional views of intelligence and creativity are too limited. External influences can help or hinder you, and it's never too late to connect with your passions.
It's an ongoing journey. And on that note, think about this. What dormant talents or unexplored passions might be within you? What small step can you take today, this week, to start exploring them? This deep dive is just the beginning of your own exploration. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Keep exploring.
We'll see you next time.